Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we will discuss in the interview series a shared variable. What is a shared variable in Spark? So when you broadcast an accumulator, that we will call it a shared variable in Spark. So first we'll discuss what is a shared variable. Variable is that which we will use across executor. This will allow safe sharing of data and matrices. Normal variables are not shared in the Spark. So what is happening in executors runs independently. So Spark provides shared variable. So why we are using shared variable? So basically normal variables which we are not sharing. So that's why there is a different concept called shared variable. So we can with the help of the shared variable we can avoid the data duplication, safe communication in distributed processing. What is shared variable? So there are two types of shared variable. First is broadcast variable and second is accumulator. So first we will discuss about what is the broadcast variable. Broadcast variable is basically only read only variable. So what it will do, it will in each executor, it will cache that data. So it will reduce the network overload. So what is happening whenever we want to do any joining operation, and we have that one is small data table and one is a big large volume data table. So instead of every time whenever we want to do that data transfer, that network overload will happen. So instead of going to that overload, what it will do, it will broadcast that variable, that basically small table, into each executor. So whenever that it will do the parallel processing, it will not go to that another basically file, read the data and do the joining operation. It will all the data, like basically that small file will be present in our each executor. So it will simply go to that executor and it can do that joining operation. So so every time we don't need to go and take that data from that memory and do that operation. So what were the real use cases of broadcast? So country code mapping, product category lookup, small dimension table, avoid shuffle joins. I use broadcast for small dimension data to optimize joining operation. After that, accumulator will come into the picture. What is accumulator? So accumulator is basically whenever we want to do that write operation, then it will we can use that accumulator thing. So what it will do, accumulator is only write only variable. Executor, update, driver is used for metrics and counter. So whenever we have any counter kind of operation, so uh, so suppose we want to do that sum of uh, records. So to holding the previous data to add that new record, so that will called as a accumulator. So counting by accumulator, what it will do, counting bad record, tracking process through, debugging Spark jobs. So all this operation will happening based on the accumulator. So in the simple term, if I will say what is accumulator and what is a broadcast variable. So broadcast is only read only driver. It will work on driver and executor performance optimization. Accumulator is basically write only executor and driver metrics and monitoring. In the simple interview basis, if I'll tell, broadcast variable are used to share small read-only data across executor, and accumulator are used to aggregate metrics like error count from the task. So yeah, so accumulator, whenever we have error data, suppose you have one file on that 10 records are there, the error data. So in the previous run, it and at the end we need how many error counts are there, okay, to for our metrics table. So what it will do, mm, it is reading line by line, right? So it added like few rejected record, few success record. Success record went to the success data, and error data will go into the error table. So um, whenever we need the count. So the previous count, like for example, 5 count got rejected, and it should store in the some variable. So then we have, whenever next error data will come, it will go and add in the previous. So five data got rejected. So whenever that next error data will come, it will take the previous data from that accumulator variable, and accumulator variable previous value is 5, and it will add 1. So this way the count will increase, and mm, it will become the 6. Like that, we are using this accumulator. It is a shared variable which we can share across the executors. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share.